Thank you all for having me today. I am Liz Stanley, the Arts Program Manager. Oh, thank you. I do work for the ALS Association and I run the Creative Pursuits program. So I'm here to tell you about the program, what it is, how it came about, and then we'll sample a couple of the classes. So, all right. I really can't begin to talk about Creative Pursuits without first mentioning Ken Baltus. He was the visionary and the whole reason we have the Creative Pursuits program. Ken was diagnosed with ALS in 2019 and served on the Twin Cities and National ALS Association boards. You can see a picture of Ken on the screen beside one of the pieces he created using his eye gaze device. His goal was to offer creative opportunities to people living with ALS and their caregivers to improve their quality of life. The program is now offered online to all 50 states. The Creative Pursuits goals were developed by Ken and the committee he put together. They're based on Maslow's hierarchy of needs and are really at the core of the program. These goals are to provide meaningful diversions, allow self-expression, lower stress and anxiety, enhance social interactions and peer support, encourage a sense of ability to engage in other daily tasks, and we provide adaptive tools and techniques to accommodate a wide range of physical limitations. 96% of participants surveyed say the program provides meaningful diversions, and 86% say it allows self-expression, lowers stress and anxiety, and enhances social interactions and peer support. Here's a few testimonials demonstrating how participants feel about the program. I think we don't have time to read them all, but Tom sums it up nicely, saying, "The Creative Pursuits program is a great way for me to learn fun new things and meet new friends." So you may be thinking, what exactly is Creative Pursuits? So I've designed this program to meet a wide range of interests and offer a safe, fun, thought-provoking, and social experience for all people living with ALS. Most of our offerings are online, with a few in-person events in the Midwest. And the classes are broken into 3 terms per year. We have fall, winter, and spring, summer. We have knowledgeable facilitators in each discipline. We have optional engaging activities, motivating prompts, in meetings and in between meetings. And we have online forums to communicate and share between and during meetings. We work to ensure that every person is heard and able to share with the group through various communication means. And we help get you the adaptive tools you need to participate in the program. The first category of offerings is social clubs. We offer writing club, visual arts club, book club, and Laugh Tracks Comedy Club, with board game club and sports club coming soon. In the meetings, you can expect social conversations about the topics and just about anything else. We really get to know each other and build community. The clubs meet once a month, year-round. You can register at any time and join at any time. And I will be also sharing a few fun facts along the way. So the first one is that laughter boosts dopamine, serotonin, and the same kinds of endorphins released in response to sex, food, and exercise. So later on, we're going to be joined by one of our facilitators for a little taste of what we do in the Laugh Tracks Comedy Club. We also have more classes with focus topics in writing and visual arts. Classes like this meet 2 to 4 times in a series, and you can sign up anytime before the week before the start date. We have poetry, fiction, and nonfiction writing classes, and art creation, art appreciation, and therapeutic art. And media options include AI, digital art, and tactile materials. A couple more fun facts for you. Expressive writing can reduce blood pressure, lower stress hormone levels, lessen pain, improve immune function, and alleviate depression while heightening self-awareness, improving relationships, and increasing our ability to cope with challenges. Writing's pretty amazing. Just 20 minutes of any art activity, including coloring and scribbling, is enough to lower cortisol, reduce stress, and leaves you feeling calmer and more content. We're also going to have a little sample of the therapeutic art class called Art for Healing today. Our non-creation options include intimate music concerts where you can relax and listen to various musicians, learn about their instruments, their genre, and ask questions. In addition, we have online museum tours with the Walker Art Center, where you can learn about artists and engage in the conversations as much or as little as you want. We offer these as single sessions multiple times per term, and these offerings, you can invite a friend, family member, or caregiver to join you, either sitting with you or virtually from another location. Okay, 2 more fun facts. Sound vibration has the capacity to return the body to homeostasis and out of fight, flight, freeze reaction, as well as many other benefits. Also, just viewing art triggers a neurochemical exchange that leads to a release of emotion, leaving you feeling more connected to yourself and others, and is one of the most meditative practices. Another type of offering is some in-person museum tours available in the Twin Cities, Kansas City, St. Louis, and Madison so far. Who knows, maybe we'll get one in Florida soon. I hope. We also have guided nature immersions in the Twin Cities, and you can find the link to audio guides in our catalog and enjoy nature immersion from anywhere. So you can do that here from Florida. Nature immersion is just another way of saying forest bathing, if you've heard of that. It's also Shinrin-yoku, or a Japanese art form, which translates to taking in the forest air with all of your senses. It's basically going slow and observing in nature. It's amazing. The final fun fact for today, 20 minutes in nature per day, or a total of 2 hours per week, significantly lowers cortisol levels and boosts your immune system. Even just out in your backyard. Doesn't have to be a fancy nature setting. All right. So lastly, we offer options for caregivers, family, and friends of people living with ALS. We have book club meeting once per month with ongoing registration. We have writing classes meeting a few times per term, and the Art for Healing therapeutic art creation class is also offered a few times per year. All of these fun facts I have shared with you come from the book Your Brain on Art, How the Arts Transform Us by Susan Mag-Zammon and Ivy Ross. I'm not a scientist, I just stole from them. But it's a wonderful book compiling numerous studies on the effects of creation or creative activities on the brain and body. Really great read if you have a chance. It's not too long and it's really easy to read. Okay, last October we celebrated our 1-year anniversary. I guess we're coming up on 2 now. With an exhibition of participant work. We'll have another one later this year. But you can scan the QR code on the left and check out some of the work from these amazing artists. If you scan the QR code on the right, you'll be taken to the Creative Pursuits website, where you can learn a little more about the program and find links to the current catalogs. Grab me anytime today if you have any questions. Call, email, text me, whatever works for you. I'm very happy to help you learn how you can participate or answer any questions you may have. Okay, so now we're going to get into the fun play part. First, we're going to start with our Art for Healing sample. So let me just set it up here a little bit. You have the choice, so we have some art materials you probably see at your table, or they'll be coming around. You have the choice today with this activity of using either tempera paint sticks or markers. Hold on. So I have a variety of adaptive tools in the Ziploc bags there with the tools. You can decide which ones of these adaptive tools work for you. We have helpers coming around to help you get set up if you need any help with that. So let me explain though, your options are either to use the markers or tempera sticks and a mix of adaptive tools that you want to try, or you can use the digital art program. If you'd like to use the tools on the table, you can go ahead and start getting set up. Make sure you have a piece of paper, you have some of the colors in front of you, though you won't choose a color just yet. But maybe decide which adaptive tools you may want to use. We have some lap trays, so if you'd like to have it sitting in your lap because that's easier for you to reach, then that's a good option. We have a few of these headband hummingbird devices. We call it the hummingbird because the first person to use it said she felt like a hummingbird when she used it. But this would sit on your head and can work with the markers. And you can use this with the easels that we have on the back table. Somebody will help you grab that if you want to try this out. This is really good if you have enough mobility in your neck and enough strength to support this. It has a little bit of weight to it. So you can test it out and see if you like it. If you don't like it, try something else. We have foam grip tools. We have a universal hold that is Velcro controlled. So you can size that to whatever device or supply you've put in and to your hand or wherever you want to strap it to. And then we have the easy hold options, ones that are wider that can go on the tempera sticks and ones that are narrower for the markers. Okay, so that's kind of the majority of what we have. There's masking tape and Dysum sheets that can help grip and hold on to the paper. So folks are going to come around and help you out and make sure you're all set up, and you can help each other, of course. But if you're thinking that's not for me, I'd like to try digital, you can go ahead and open any digital art program that you have. You just need to be able to control the brush size and the colors. So if you already have a program on your phone, tablet, Toby, whatever, you can go ahead and open that up and get started. If you're going, I want to do digital, but I don't have a program, this is a great option if you scan this QR code or if you go into any browser and type in Sketchpad 5.1. This will take you to an online, so a web-based art program. You can use it anywhere on any device. And I can show you the basic steps of how to use that. Does anybody want to use Sketchpad today? Anybody want to try it out? Yes, okay, all right, yay. Okay, so I'm gonna do my best here to kind of explain it without actually pulling it up. So I have screenshots, so bear with me and let me know if you have any questions. We can help you figure it out. But you can see on this screen, once you pull up the Sketchpad page, you should see the menu in the top left corner that looks like number 1. And then you can click on the little tools icon that's circled in number 1 on the screen. And then click number 2. So it might have a different icon depending on what tool was selected last. And then you can click on the arrow And that will pull up the drop-down menu where you can see all the different kinds. I'm a little partial to the spray paint, streamer, and crayon options. I think they're really nice for this practice, but you could, of course, choose whatever you want. Okay, I'm gonna go on to another setting here in Sketchpad, changing the size. So when you have selected your brush, you can go down to the bottom there where it says size. You can tap where you want it to go, or you can slide the scale. You can see the crayon. I've shown you the narrowest and the widest, and a middle option here on the screen. Okay, lastly, changing the colors. You want to just click on the outline. Fill should probably be either the same color as the outline or empty. And then you can click on the color button, tap any color you like, and then you can fine tune it in that bottom box. Okie dokie. So once we're kind of set up, how do we feel? Are we good? Yeah? Everybody have something to use? Anybody need more time? Okay, all right. Okay, so let me clear this. Okay, hold on. I'm jumping ahead. All right. Now that we're set, let's get started. Let me jump ahead. This is the great Jane Grant Abbin on the screen here, and this is a screenshot from one of our classes. But I want to explain that Jane was unable to join us today. Unfortunately, she had another commitment, and I'm going to do my best to fill in her really big shoes, even though I don't have a fancy, really cute British accent like she does. So I'm sorry. But I'm going to do my best and follow the script, and I've watched her do this many, many, many times, so I'll try. So first, I do want to let you know that Jane is an artist, author, and therapeutic art instructor certified in art and creativity for healing. She has 40 years of teaching experience and specializes in creating transformative workshops that leave a positive impact on the lives of those she touches. Art for Healing is a guided therapeutic art process that helps you connect with and express your feelings. You don't have to consider yourself artistic to do this because there's no drawing of objects. I'm not going to ask you to draw the Eiffel Tower or anything like that, or a portrait, okay? So you are simply intuitively choosing colors and movement in response to prompts to create an abstract painting, right? So abstract means it doesn't look like anything in particular, right? Okay. It's important for you to know today that you're just getting a little taste of what we do in the full class. A regular class is 1.5 hours long. We start with a warm-up, move on to the main painting, and then close with a cool-down painting to leave you feeling relaxed and calm, okay? Today, you've either chosen paint sticks, markers, or a digital option. In a regular class, I offer acrylic paint and sponges. Yes, makeup sponges, not paintbrushes. or a digital option, okay? And you can kind of choose, but I can work with you to find a program you like. Okay, whatever you're using for creating today, just stay curious and playful, all right? I will invite you to relax and close your eyes. Then I'll give you a scene to picture in your mind. And when I say open your eyes and begin, you'll have 3 minutes. I got to get my timer out. Hold on. You'll have 3 minutes to respond with whatever medium you've chosen. Okay. Take up plenty of space on the paper or screen. It's okay to overlap, from one prompt to another, or even when you're reacting to the same prompt, it's okay to have layers. Most of all, remember that you're not painting objects or symbols. You're simply intuitively choosing color and movement to create an abstract painting. Don't think too hard, okay? All right.
Liz, before you get into it, we're having a little bit of technical on the app, and I want people to be able to do it. After they select their brush and the different things, we're having difficulty figuring out how to actually get it to appear on the blank screen. I tried it too, and we're getting caught up of picking the color, picking the tool, and then it wasn't, nothing was showing up on we've tested it on a couple things, so maybe we missed a step, I don't know.
No, you should just be able to make marks. Is anyone having success with it? No.
Maybe after you give the prompt, maybe we can test it out and then we can help other people.
That sounds good. I'll come around and see if I can figure out what's going on with the program. Maybe it's lagging, I don't know.
Thanks.
Thanks for the heads up on that. Okay, I'm gonna pull up my timer before I get into this. Okay, so even if you're using digital, please try to release the stress of the digital platform right now. We're gonna close our eyes and relax. So everybody close your eyes. Stop what you're doing. No mark making right now. And we're gonna find a relaxed state, whether that's deep breathing, whatever it is. Go inside and relax. Okay. Imagine you are a bird flying along a deserted stretch of beach, playing with the air currents off the ocean. You soar higher and higher, using no effort of your own, just letting the breeze lift you gently higher and higher.
And I'll find out. No, we'll take care of her. I'll find out. I'll find Alicia.
Okay, choose one color and movement to express this feeling. You have 3 minutes. Use one color, open your eyes, and begin. I'll come around with the digital folks. we're going to pause where we are, even if you don't feel finished. And we're going to close our eyes and relax. Okay, everyone's eyes closed, finding that relaxing state. Okay, now picture this. The wind changes, and you now meet some resistance as you fly. How will you meet this resistance and keep moving forward? Choose one or two colors and movement to express this. You have 3 minutes again. Use one or two colors. How will you meet this resistance and keep moving forward? Open your eyes and begin. Melissa. Okay. Put down your tools. We're going to go back to the calm, close eyes, and relax. Okay, so close your eyes and relax. This is our last prompt. You have persevered and kept going forward. A gentle wind returns. You catch the currents once again and soar. you regain your joy and confidence. Choose any colors and movement to express this feeling and finish your painting, drawing. You have 3 minutes. Open your eyes and begin. All right. Thank you for trying this with me today. I hope you found that making art has some positive benefits. Even if you just scribbled today, that's great. And yeah, even if you consider yourself an artist or not, I hope you're feeling a little bit more peaceful and relaxed right now. Let's take a few minutes. Do we have a few minutes? Can we take a few minutes? Where's Melissa? Yeah, maybe like 3 minutes to kind of digest that, process it, talk to your neighbor if you want or don't, and kind of tidy things up. And we're going to get ready and switch gears and have a little fun with our Laugh Tracks Comedy Club sample. All right, so I'll give you a few minutes. Okay, so we're gonna keep things moving. So by the way, that Art for Healing sample that we did, that's available for caregivers and for people living with ALS. And when I say caregivers, I mean family, friends, caregivers. It's the whole suite. So yeah, now I'm going to move on. So it's time for one of our wonderful Laugh Tracks Comedy Club facilitators to join us and guide us through an improv game. So I'd like to first introduce both of our facilitators before we begin. Jeff Myrie is a lover of comedy. At age 4, he would imitate W.C. Fields. Later, he made a go of a professional acting career in the Twin Cities. And Jeff currently works for Jack's Caregiver Coalition, an incredible organization that focuses on guy caregivers. He's excited to work with Jenny and looking forward to this awesome opportunity to connect with the ALS community through laughter. Unfortunately, Jenny, one of our amazing facilitators, is unable to join us today. She's busy having fun in Norway. But I'll do my best to fill her shoes a little here and there. But I do want to introduce her because you will see her in the comedy club if you join, and she's amazing. Jenny Lillidahl was co-owner of the renowned Brave New Workshop Comedy Theater in Minneapolis for 25 years. There, she founded the Brave New Institute School for Improvisation and has been teaching improvisation for 30 years. Her comedy career started in the 1990s doing stand-up in the Twin Cities. She is a co-founder of Gilda's Club Minnesota, a cancer support organization where she created the Improv for Life program. And Jenny says, Jeff's knowledge and passion for comedy surpasses anyone I know, and the laughs we share with our friends at the ALS Association mean so much to us. All right, so please welcome Jeff Myrie. Let's get him up on screen.
Hey, everybody.
Hey, Jeff. So good to see you. Thanks for
Nice to
joining
see you.
us.
Hello from Minnesota.
All right, well, I'll let you take it away so we can get started with our improv game.
Okay. Hey, everybody. Let's play a game, an improv game that we sometimes play in laugh tracks. Improvisation, instead of following a script or planning ahead in our heads, we stay 100% tuned into the moment, connected to each other, and we collaborate as a team to make everything up on the spot. So the good thing about improvisation is that anything is possible, and there are no wrong ideas. Where else in the world can you be 100% right all the time? And as long as we aren't scripting it ahead, then the sky's the limit. So this game is based upon the most foundational concept or rule of improvisation, which is yes and. Some of you may have heard of this before, and which means that we meet every idea with affirmation. So if Liz enters a story and declares she's my neighbor, my only response is, yes, you are my neighbor. And then I add to Liz's idea. So yes, Liz, you are my neighbor, and I love what you've done with your garden. In improvisation, we don't allow for criticism or judgment or negation of ideas. We just go with the flow instead of against it. So it's yes and instead of no but. So this game is called the Yes and Story. So at your tables, or I don't know, how many people do we have out there, Liz?
Oh gosh, I can't count. But we should try to get together in groups of, what do you think, like 6 to 8? Or
yeah, even if it's just psychological groups of 6 to 8.
Yeah, you may need to kind of move together a little bit, but we can do that in a minute.
Okay, so we're going to collaborate together to make up an improvised story right on the spot. We're going to go around the circle or the group, and each person will add just one sentence at a time to tell the next moment of the action of the story. And the caveat here is that every sentence will build upon what the person said right before you, using yes and as the first two words of your sentence. So you're building upon what you just heard rather than somebody 4 sentences ago or something you've thought up in your head ahead of time. Let's see. So this is going to take some trust. And you'll hear from the person right in front of you. And you may be wondering, oh my God, I can't come up with anything. You will come up with something. So Liz and I will quickly demonstrate this. So for example, let's pretend Liz and I are telling a story about a dog who could ride a bike. And I'll go first. And we start off this game with Once Upon a Time. So once upon a time, there was a dog named George who rode a bike. And then Liz.
And George got really distracted when he saw the Oscar Mayer Wiener mobile.
Yes, and George's favorite food was Oscar Mayer wieners, and he saw a local bakery that had hot dog buns. So that's so you can see how the story builds and can get pretty out of hand and fun and weird. Okay, now let's try it at your tables. And before we jump in, I'll give you a few quick guidelines. First, laugh tracks, we welcome people to participate at any level they prefer. We've had success on Zoom with people using their assistive devices. Sometimes people just sit it out and observe, or sometimes people just add one word or an idea. And the whole point of improv is that no matter what somebody contributes, it's a collaborative effort. Second, at your table or group, the person who contributes the first sentence, who will start with once upon a time, is the person in your group who has the shortest hair. So find the person in your group who has the shortest hair. And third, I want to give you a story topic. Since we're in Orlando, let's have some fun pretending with that. The story will be about the time the group got to stay at Disney World after closing time for the entire night. Your entire group got to stay at Disney World after closing time the entire night. Could be Epcot if you wanted. Remember, each sentence starts with yes to affirm what the person said, and then and to add what you have thought up in the moment. So let's stay away from less than optimistic storylines. We got enough of that going on right now, and this is play. And finally, before you start, we'll play for about 4 minutes, maybe 6, and we'll just watch Liz to give us the high sign for when we need to stop, and hopefully we can regroup and get a few comments from you. So, okay, let's lean into your circle or your group, and the person with the shortest hair at your group begins with one sentence about the time you stayed at Disney World all night after the park was closed. And that person has the shortest hair in your group. And this sentence will start with once upon a time.
All right, thanks, Jeff. Okay, so some of you may want to turn around to face the people behind you. And some of you, if you're kind of more isolated, you may want to try to find at least a few other folks to come together with and make those groups of, 5 to 8 people. So we'll take about 4 or 5 minutes, and then we'll see how much time we have, if we have time to share. All right. We're running out of time. I think you could probably continue on with the story during lunch if you want. I've heard a lot of laughter and a lot of goofy, fun things happening. So thank you for trying it out. Jeff, if you're still there, hey, Jeff, thank
I'm
you
here.
so much. We're a bit over on our time, so we don't have a whole lot of time to take comments, questions, but how about a kind of like thumbs up, thumbs down? What'd you think? Was it fun? Yeah? All right, cool. You can play this game on your own, too, you know, at the dinner table or whatever, when you're driving home. All right, Jeff, thanks so much for joining us.
Bye, everybody.
We hope you all join us in the Laugh Tracks Comedy Club. It's a blast. All right, and thank you all again for participating today and maybe stepping outside your comfort zones to do so. I hope you enjoyed this little taste of just some of what we offer in the Creative Pursuits program. And if we can get the last slide up, that'd be great. Thanks. Yep. Oh, thank you. All right. So feel free to reach out to me anytime. Like I said, I have a Creative Pursuits table in the vendor's room with flyers with our schedule for the fall term. So you can grab those flyers. There's one for all the online classes, and then there's one specifically about the caregiver classes as well. But feel free to also scan this QR code. It'll take you to the catalog. If you want to go ahead and register right now because you're so excited about it, you can go ahead. But also feel free to grab me if you have any questions. Thanks so much. I really hope to see you in a class or club or some event soon. Thanks for joining me.